Hey guys, welcome to the Inside Gaming Podcast. I think
No,
we're
no,
going
this
with
is Team Ultrafadge.
Ultrafadge?
Team Ultrafadge
Team
podcast.
Ultrafadge.
Are you
podcast.
tough enough?
The tough podcast.
TUF.
Ultrafadge.
Overthought it too much. Let's talk about
it goes
stuff.
well. Yeah, let's talk about Xbox. That
What do you want to know,
reveal
John?
that just came
What do you want to know?
I want to know what you guys think.
I want to know the specs of the Xbox 360. Can you tell me those?
I don't know.
I didn't think so.
There's a Power PC,
I knew he would
Apple-based thing
I knew he would know.
that will not be compatible with the new one.
Do you remember the specs of the original Xbox?
It was a
It was like 256.
it was a big black thing
I know.
with a gigantic controller,
Which is
with
weird.
a logo that was bigger than the current Xbox One.
I bet the original Xbox is the size of the Xbox One. I bet it is.
They just flattened it?
Because it's fucking huge. It's massive.
So right now everyone hates the Xbox One. If you go on Reddit, which is representative of the entirety of the world,
Yes.
every top headline is, what a joke, everything's bad, you suck.
Where are the games?
Yeah.
Where are the games, where are the games, where are the games, and then all the level-headed people are just being buried under all the stuff.
Yep.
So I'm wondering when any kind of sense of, like, just, not insanity will come out.
Why is
E3.
Why? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true when you see all the games.
Yeah.
Why is everybody so upset? It's because of the games. Is that the only reason?
It's because PS4 went, look, we have games and nothing to show console-wise or hardware-wise, and then Xbox went, hey, here's our console, but we have nothing to show software-wise
Yeah.
or game-wise.
Well, there's a really good comparison. A lot of developers are saying where it's like, it feels a lot like Microsoft is where Sony was after they had launched the PS2. Top of the world.
Right.
They own the gaming market. They can do no wrong. Well, when they released a $600 console and they were announcing way too many things and it was doing a bunch of stuff that no one cared about, had an SD card reader, it was a Blu-ray player, had like 2 HDMI ports, it had 4 Ethernet ports, it would be a hot, like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they realized, oh crap, if we just make it a gaming console and we don't put backwards compatibility into it, it's fine and it sells.
So then that's the ultimate question: how much is the Xbox One going to be? Because if it's $400 or under, I think that people will actually go, "Oh, cool! This is a pass-through box. It's going to play a bunch of Xbox games. Great." If it's more than that,
Gamers won't.
But it's hard because they still haven't really told us anything about it. They've just gone, you can watch TV on your Xbox,
Yeah.
to which I don't give it, like, I don't have cable at home.
Right,
It was
right.
like, I don't think, do you have
I
cable at home?
do, but I wouldn't if I wasn't married. I have it because the wife wants it, and it's like she can't wait for Game of Thrones or whatever. I can't wait for my friend to log off of his HBO Go account
Right.
until I log into mine, and she's like, I have to have all these shows, and we barely watch TV, but it's like when Mad Men's on, she wants to watch Mad Men.
well, I can speak for all the cable users because I have cable at home. I love
Okay.
television, and I bought cable, and my roommate also loves cable. So we subscribe to the cable theory. We have a DVR. We record everything. I mean, like, I'm recording a bunch of shows. I never actually watch anything on schedule. I just watch them through my DVR.
Okay, but they never said that the Xbox was going to be a DVR type device.
Well,
So,
here's
I
the
mean,
thing. I don't need a DVR, and they know people don't need a DVR because everybody that has one already has, or
yeah,
everyone wants
anyone
one
who has
has
a
one.
cable box has a DVR.
Right,
That's
so-
what I assume. It is just a pass through. It's going to use your existing DVR already. It's not going to save anything
No,
to
no,
the
it's,
Xbox.
Right.
there is no hard drive for television.
No, it's literally a overlay, which is a
yeah.
sleek overlay.
It is.
And I've been
pretty.
using. I have Time Warner cable, which looks like an interface from, I don't know, 1800s.
It's garbage.
People had the Black Plague
that's-
when they were using this god awful interface.
That's why I bought the TiVo because the TiVo at least
Right.
is a little better. It's slow, but it's a little better than that Time Warner garbage.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah. I was like, that's what I hated, having a widescreen HD TV, and it's like, guide, 4x3, SD menu.
I don't even
Ugh.
understand that. Like, the tech is so severely outdated. That's actually when I saw that, I got kind of excited. But I was getting excited for the Xbox One for every single wrong reason in the world. I was like, man, that's a sweet DVR TV overlay thing. You can talk to it. The Kinect looks at you all day. It's like I'm in 1984, like everyone's dream. Huzzah! So,
But then there were
Which,
no games.
which brings up another weird thing, though, is that the Kinect always has to be connected, so it's always
don't know
listening.
that.
and
Yeah,
it's
we don't,
always-
that's a rumor. We don't know
Yeah,
that for
it's-
sure.
Are we sure?
we're still a day off of all of this stuff, so
Yeah.
it's like I can't. We had like a 30-minute, 40-minute conversation about this earlier in our meeting, where it's like, what crazy world would it be where it's like if the Kinect's not plugged in, can you not play your console? Say you go on a business trip or you go to a friend's house or you're visiting family and you bring your Xbox One with you and you forget your Kinect. You can't play any video game? Are you kidding me? Like,
No, I see. I don't think that they would ever do that. It's just like the always online argument. I don't think that they would ever make it so you can't do anything on your console
Yeah.
unless it's connected to the internet, unless it has your Kinect. That's absurd. That's absurd in my opinion.
and that's the other rumor too, that it's like you have to log in every 24 hours.
Right.
Oh wait, no, I think it's 48. Like, no one knows what it is or anything because Microsoft's all very confused. Of like, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff in testing phase right now, but They should all just shut up.
So I'm curious then if that's going to be more like this, like Steam, where you have to log in just to get the game to activate it, but then after that you could go offline.
That goes hand in hand with your games going all digital. That's how DRM works with Steam, and that's how everyone's learned to deal with it on the PC side, and no one really complains because it does have an offline mode,
right?
Which is still kind of iffy because you have to be online to go into offline mode. But a lot of people just go into offline mode automatically. But it's the whole thing where if you start buying everything digitally, you have to be logged into your account. It has to verify that it's you.
But see, buying things digitally, I don't know. I'm guessing this was true, possibly rumor. Maybe you guys know more. Is that all the games that you previously bought digitally on the Xbox 360 don't carry over to Xbox One?
It's a different architecture.
Which is crazy. That blows my mind. All these games you bought on the XBLA, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's it. They're gone.
When you think about it, they were made for a specific architecture, which is the Xbox 360. I bet they can be ported. The same reason why Castle Crashers is on 360.
But even if it does get ported, it's like, why do I have to pay $40 again just to? Because it's not going to be like an HD re-release or like an updated graphics package. It's just the same game.
Well, think of it this way. I mean, that'd be like, again, if you logged into Steam, you bought all your Steam games, and they're like, okay, we're going to upgrade Steam, and all your games go away. Can you imagine? Like, people would fucking flip. They would boycott.
That was the one thing that I thought they would have had kind of a one-up on and be like, oh yeah, if you bought Bastion, totally carries over because it's a tiny game. We can emulate XBLA stuff easily. Right. But they're just like, no, that's good. Thanks for buying all our stuff.
Yeah, I know.
That's why it's like last night I sat down and I was ready to play Xbox and I logged in and I looked at all my stuff and I just went, I don't want to play anything because I don't want to progress any farther because it just doesn't matter. It's not going to carry over to anything else.
Well, your gamer
dark way of looking at it.
But it is. It's like I'm probably not going to get the next generation Xbox just because
just
of
right
this
away.
whole
This
game bullshit. It's like I'd rather just get a PC and just continue that library going.
Well, because already I can imagine half of what they showed for the hardware wise doesn't appeal to you because you don't have cable.
Right.
So, okay, I can get that. And you represent a lot of people who do not have cable. You're very tech savvy. I understand you. You watch everything on your, you have your XBMC. Yeah, you're very, I get that. A lot of people are like you. It's probably actually a very small percentage of America because anyone doing anything beyond using a tablet
but people watching
mode.
Watching this are like, John, that's,
no, of course. Yeah. And those are the most vocal people. Those are the people who are on forums and yelling. The Xbox conference was for middle America. It was for everybody.
Right.
When I say middle America, I mean people who watch 2.5 Men. It's like the NASCAR driving people. Yeah, exactly. People, when they see it, they're going to be like, whoa, this is cool. They're not going to know. They're not going to hear a single thing about the Xbox until it comes out.
Yep.
These are people who are not reading news until the Washington Post covers it.
Yeah.
They don't care.
It's not going to be till you start seeing the commercials for the games appear in September that they're going to be like, whoa, this is coming out on a new platform.
Well, here's the interesting question. You're not going to buy the Xbox One.
I'm probably not.
You're not. You're probably not. What about you? What do you think?
Look, you're talking to a guy who bought a Wii U.
Okay.
Yes, I have to be up on this.
I was going to say you're part of the industry, but it's
but you're also just completely exclusive. Not everyone can afford.
Well, I was going to say take yourself out of the industry. And you would love video games regardless of whether or not you work in the industry.
So, taking myself out of the shoes of what I do for my job, I right now would be looking at the PS4 a lot closer as a gamer, where I'm like, okay, if I just want games, and I see a thing that's a lot more like a PC, this thing that I could never afford, that's so expensive that everyone always talks about, and they're like, oh, PC Master Race, you're so cool.
Yeah.
Now I can kind of be a part of that because it's going to support a lot of indie games, a lot of free-to-plays. I would be a lot more interested in the PS4 right now over the Xbox, but that's only because we saw hardware release. We haven't seen any games.
We haven't seen any games.
Once again.
Well, we saw COD.
But that's me being rational. If I wanted to be an insane child, I'd be like, no, fuck, Xbox it's over. Yeah. They killed themselves.
Well, I was going to say, do you think that the 15 exclusives that Xbox is going to have is going to be like game changers to make people go?
Unless if they're all Perfect Dark Zero or Cameo, no.
No, I don't care at all. And the weird thing for me with this generation of consoles is that I've been a PC gamer since 2003, so I've been building my own PCs, and that's always the way I've gone. So I basically missed the last generation. I got an Xbox for some reason, and it was 2 years later after it came out, and I never bought a PS3. So now I'm really excited about the Xbox One and about the PS4. I'm probably going to buy both because I'm just really excited to see the new hardware that they're bringing out and what games they're going to have.
Well, it's kind of the same reason why I bought Wii U. It's just I want to play Zelda. It comes down to the exclusives.
See, that's how I was about the PS3. The only reason I got it was for Uncharted.
Right.
And I mean,
and that's what it comes down to. But right now, they're all basically the same now. PC, the PC has taken the place of the Wii U almost. Kind of as the third runner because
Nintendo's gone.
Well, no, they're just doing their own thing. And I respect that. They have kind of their own system. It's
Here's
fine.
something for your 4-year-old.
I know.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a 4-year-old. It's fine. But now that the PS3 and the new Xbox One, and the PC are kind of on the same level, it's kind of interesting. I think like it's nice. But then again, PC as always is just going to take a huge leap forward.
Well, it's already far ahead of the Xbox One and PS4.
No, of course,
already,
right.
and it's and it will be in 2 years. It's going to be double the processing power. So,
and you've always convinced me that it's way easier to just spend like what $100 or $75 to upgrade a part and make it more graphically advanced.
It's definitely an investment. It's a lot different, and it's a different mindset of being a PC gamer. But it's like, I like all of them. I like having all the different systems just because I like the games. I've got God of War Ascension right now in my PlayStation.
Right.
I've got Halo 4 in my Xbox, and my PC has everything else.
It's got everything.
Basically. And the Wii U has been dismantled since I brought it back from a bachelor party where nobody touched it.
Oh, jeez.
It was sad.
So when does Wii U even become a competitor? Because I always see in the comments people are always like, "This is the next gen console," and we always disagree. None of us think it's the next gen console, but everybody else does.
Depends what your definition of next gen is. If it's like, it was the next one in line.
Yeah.
Sure. I wish they would have called it the Wii 2.
Yeah,
because then it would have actually sold. But I mean, it's about the same or less than I think an Xbox 360, or maybe it's like a little bit better.
I think it's better than 360, just barely.
Just
barely.
Really, I thought it was a little less than.
It could be less.
Xbox.
I've heard different. There's an EA studio guy who's like, it's garbage. I hate it, but he could have just been a very hateful person.
Yep.
Either way, I mean, it took Nintendo this long just to catch up to a generation that's 7 years old, which kind of sucks. But it's ultimately it's about Nintendo games, and if they're in HD, that's all I care about.
See, I don't think Nintendo's ever changed since their start, which is actually I think kind of a good thing because there's never been Nintendo a hardcore gamer. It's just been Nintendo versus Sega. Sega was still a baby gamer back then too. Then it was Nintendo kind of creeping up along with the Genesis, and it's always just been this baby system, and only every other system has evolved to become something better or more like hardcore games, where Nintendo has just leveled out and said, okay, let's innovate on this, let's add motion controls, let's do a tablet. So it's like they're staying exactly the same, just playing with new technology.
They're for the kids, and then now Xbox is trying to be for everybody.
Yep.
And Sony's being very much focused on
They're trying to be for the gamers.
Yes, Sony is very much for the gaming crowd.
They're pandering to the gamers.
They're for the gamers and the devs, which is what I really like.
Which is cool. I mean,
and that's the thing though. You said a very key word there. They're pandering.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, very much so. So it's while they go up there and they say, we're doing this, this, and this, and this. Look at these screenshots. How great is everything? Everyone's like, oh my god, they're so awesome. We haven't seen any like hardware demoed. We haven't seen any of the.
We don't know how any of it's going to work together.
Everything is a Photoshop PowerPoint.
Yeah.
We don't know what any of it looks like, but their promises sound great.
No,
so they have to deliver on that.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing is that I think they're going to deliver on about 50% of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that because I think the games they showed were like we were talking about, they were all running on PC. Those were games they ran on PC, and they're like, this is kind of what it's going to look like. Right. Sure,
like the functionality of you can start playing a game, pause it, and your friend from China can finish it for you.
It's just weird.
Well, but I mean, that's one of those features where they're going to come back and be like, oh yeah, we couldn't do that. If they can do it, fucking hats off to them. That's great. That's one thing that I could realistically see them going, we had high hopes.
I want to believe that they don't want to announce something like that unless they've almost got it dialed in. Especially that close to a launch. It's like they're trying to get it out later this year. They want to show everything that they know they can hit, rather than just we have this concept. No.
Well, I see it. Here's the thing. I think the reason I think they're pandering is because they've had a lot of people asking questions of them, like, what about used games? What about backwards compatibility? What about all these other things? And everyone at Sony was like, no, we have to say that we're going to do the right thing. We're going to do the good thing for the gamers. And somewhere along the way, he's right. They're not going to be able to deliver on something. There's going to be one thing that they go sorry, we kind of fucked up on that one. Yeah, I know, right? There won't be a box. It'll be a PC, it turns out. So
you got to go buy a PC. Sorry.
I know.
Here's the parts you can build it. I don't know. Have fun.
The PlayStation operating system. Yeah.
There's no box.
It's a physical disc.
God. Anyway. Well, I'm excited for E3. I think there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to see there, which is around the corner. but I'm
What
scared.
are we, a couple weeks away?
Yeah, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks away.
2.5 weeks on.
June 5th?
Fuck me. And
This is the biggest E3 of the last decade.
And we're streaming live for 3 days. He's gonna be literally stuck to the stage, chained to the stage.
Which is fine. I'm trying to make it fun. I want
Yeah.
E3 to actually be fun for the viewers.
Well, it's just gonna be gameplay. We just want to show the games. That's all. That's all. We don't want to like.
I've been pitching to the company this whole time, like, please just stream gameplay.
Yeah, no, I
no
know.
one wants to see our ugly faces.
Now, actually, another thing about the games, though, is since, what is it, Nintendo Wii U is selling at $60? What is it, 60? Or most of the games are doing $60 a game. Who is doing $70 a game?
Nobody yet.
No one. We
And
don't
no
know
one
yet.
yet.
We don't know. These are things I want to find out at E3. I want to know how much games are going to cost, how we're going to get them. Are games going more digital? Are they all going to be on Blu-ray for the next 5 years? These are things I want to ask.
Now, see, here comes the question, though, is because if a game, like, if they're going to say, all right, we're selling it for $70 and we're doing either physical, buy it in a store, or you could spend that $70 and get a digital download,
Yeah.
why not go, like, the PC route and just get it from there, where eventually it's going to be, like, $5 on Steam,
Well,
like,
typically,
3 weeks
because
later?
typically it's never like that, but
Yes, it is.
Typically, the way it's been, the reason why it's been cheaper on PC is because games don't typically sell as well on PC.
Right.
These are not marketed as well, but now they are actually.
Recently,
going.
they've gone way up.
Yeah, they
So-
just announced like today that Alan Wake has sold 3 million copies. They didn't say how many were on Steam, but like that's pretty damn good for a game that was like no one really had a lot of hope for.
I
So-
don't think we're going to find out any prices about games at E3. I think they're just going to say, oh, next gen, and eventually
Once a game launches.
somebody. I think somebody
it's when that
like,
Target ad leaks
It's
in October.
Exactly, it's gonna be in the
Yeah.
holidays. Like and we're gonna find out that those next gen titles are gonna be $70. Like I think that either they're gonna be $70 or we're gonna have to do microtransactions for every fucking thing. Like it's gonna be one or the other. And
Which I saw, what was it, Battlefield 4 had like their China pack was
Yeah,
already
right.
announced, and it's
Yeah.
like, you guys haven't even,
You
we know
though,
nothing about the game.
if
Why are you
if
announcing DLC?
If you want to get mad at that, get mad at Back to Carcan. It's the exact same thing.
that's true. Yeah, you're right.
It was pre-order, get it for free, or buy it later. It's
Yeah.
an incentive, and I understand it. I get what it is.
I already pre-ordered it.
I know you did.
You fool!
So you got back to China or whatever it is.
Woo!
Good for you.
All right, I did it.
Going back
Congratulations, you and all your Asians.
And I paid $70 for it. And that's the thing is I paid
because you got the special.
I got some fucking Battlefield 4 beta. I just love Battlefield, so like that's why I
Okay.
was like, yeah, here, take my money, just
That's
take it.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. The price thing, it gets into a whole interesting. That's a whole other argument. We always talk about this, where like N64 games cost like $100. That was 20 years ago.
Right. Well, but the economy was booming then,
Yeah.
and that's the thing is that right now we're all kind of in a recession, so it's like nobody wants to pay that extra $10 for games.
No one wants to pay money for anything, and I understand
True,
that.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, of course, you want to be as frugal as possible, especially right now. And I think, obviously the big market of gamers are young men who don't have jobs or have jobs that don't pay a lot right now.
Yeah.
As you get older, then it's like, yeah, you have a full-time job, and then you don't have time to play games.
Right.
So you buy games that you never play. That always happens. It's just like, it's a weird thing. That's a
I have
whole
a stack,
other...
I have a
Yeah,
stack
it's
of
like
those
I-
games at home.
I was like, I sent out a picture recently where it showed like I only have 18 games total on my Xbox, and I still look at them and go,
Yeah, 6
yeah, I
of them
haven't
were
beaten
mine.
like
Yeah.
a couple of you.
Yeah, I know. You're not going to play them.
No, you're not, ever. That's fine.
Oh, well.
Are we done?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. So, thank you guys for joining me on
Hey,
this.
thanks for producing. You produced.
I do what I can. We'll do this next week, and
Yeah.
Joel, hey, thanks, buddy.
glad
Are you tough enough for the Tough Podcast?
Team Ultra Fast.
Is that the one we want?
Team Ultra Fadge.
Stop it. Stop.
See you guys next week.
I'm just glad to be here.